So this is the most Japanese thing I've seen in the last few minutes. Looks amazing. We are on day 3 and we've saddled up the ponies and we've hit out of the little place that we were staying. And I would like to point out something. If you have never been here for this experience, the water pressure in Japan is on another level, guys. Like, for real. Like, you don't need soap, you just like blast off the germs. It's incredible. So
power, what do they call them?
Power washing.
Power
washing. Yeah. So we are going to probably have a problem in a second because the car is coming. Let's move forward. Oh, nope, he turned. Where did Katie go?
You know what? I held strong.
You did hold strong.
I was like,
Today
may also be the 3rd day that we're out, but it's also the 10th year that we've been married.
Oh yeah. Today it's April 1st right now, so it's our 10-year anniversary today. This is what we're doing for our anniversary. And you've got some things booked for the evening. So we actually already have a hotel, which is more than the previous couple days. We didn't have anything booked.
We have a hotel. We have possible dinner reservations, but that's through a Facebook message.
So you know essentially that we aren't going to be going super far today, right? How many kilometers about?
It's 27 from the hotel, which we've done 0.5, so it's 26.5.
Do we have any time frame that we have to be there by?
I'd like to be there before 6 o'clock.
What time is it now?
It is, I don't know. Like 9:30.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
possibly
that's about
10.
that.
I hope not.
We got out of there. It's 9. It's 8:52.
Oh, it's still in the 8 o'clock hour. Wow.
Yeah. So.
But I can tell you right now that the time issue we're gonna have is that I'm gonna need to go pee, and I'd like to get the next 4.2 kilometers down before I have to use the bathroom.
I was like, let's film some videos. Really puts the stress on the bladder.
Yeah. So we are currently heading to a bakery. There were no bakeries where we are. The closest bakery was 5 kilometers away. So
and that's the one we're going to, right?
Yep, that's the one we're heading to. It's on our way, so that's 5 kilometers down once we get there.
And this will be a pretty easy day as far as the pedaling goes.
As far as the pedaling goes. Well, don't speak too soon. Things could change.
Did things just change? We have gotten to our bakery and it's really exciting. I love Japanese bakeries. We talk about this all the time.
That's why we came here this morning.
Oh yeah? Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
So they have got some things that are kind of interesting. We got some of the things that are kind of interesting.
I got the thing that wasn't interesting, but it smelled really good.
Yeah,
I just got garlic bread.
But you gotta open it up and it's got a cool vibe when you open it up. You wanna give us a taste test on the garlic bread? Somebody is gonna Photoshop that angle.
Is it you?
Yeah. The most interesting thing I got, I'm going to start with actually, even though it's a sweet thing. They're selling this thing, and
looks like a tree stump.
It looks like a tree. Yeah, that's why they're calling it. It looks like a tree stump. Okay. And it's called a Pusan no Koshikake. Pusan is the character, like Winnie the Pooh. And
please tell me you're looking up a picture of Winnie the Pooh so that you can illustrate to everyone.
No. And then Koshikake means like to sit, kind of. So it's like his stool, his stump. And it is full of honey, which is that's what Pooh-san would be into, right? I really like that they call Winnie the Pooh Pooh-san. How are you? How are you going to get in there?
It's cakey.
Yeah, it does look cakey.
The top is really moist, but the sides are really crunchy. But the best thing about going to bakeries with Eric is he gets all the stuff that I want to have one bite of.
It's kind of like an egg batter. It's almost like, not egg, I don't know, like, is that the right thing? Like a French toast. It tastes like a French toast bread.
That is exactly what that is. That's French toast stump.
Another thing that I got, this one's a little smaller. It looks like it's big.
It's a little smaller.
It looks like it's big, but wait, hold on. It basically disappears. It's really thin. This is a walnut and cheese thing.
Yeah, so you've got kind of like a walnut pastry down here that's covered in a slat of cheese.
It's standard. It's fine. It tastes like when you get these types of things at Japanese bakeries, it tastes like all of them.
It's just exciting looking.
Cool looking. And I need a fuel for the fire. And the last thing I got, honestly, I don't remember what it was called, but this is like a little bun. It doesn't look interesting at all.
No.
But
it looks dirty.
It has cream cheese and tomato. That's what I got.
Then maybe we could have bought the cream cheese from here.
Yeah, and we got a bunch of bagels for tomorrow morning as well. Bagels are rare in Japan. Like, you don't see them very often.
They're coming in. They're coming into season here in Japan. I went to a bakery that's near our house and they had bagels and I touched it and it was like soft bread. I was like, you don't know what you're doing. Wowzers.
It's got a pizza vibe. That's good. This one's really good. This is probably the best tasting of them. But I like a poo on Stumpuru. Yeah.
So that video ended a little bit abruptly because unlike all other restaurants that we've been in and have been filming in where there's sufficient social distancing, which was happening in this building, there was also a sign that said that if you don't have your mask on, don't talk.
And we didn't see the sign, and we were obviously talking.
Yeah.
So the girl came over and she was really polite about it. She's like, please, like, don't talk. You got to put a mask on if you're going to talk or whatever. And we're like, oh, okay, my bad. So then we just ate the rest of our food without talking, which is fine because that's the rules.
In a way, it would have been nice to have known that from the beginning. I thought, like, if I had seen that sign, it would have been cute to just sit there and be quiet and eat our stuff.
Yeah, we could have shown what we were eating and stuff and done one of those things without saying anything.
Yeah,
could have been a fun change.
Some limitations are fun.
The only other thing that we had that I didn't mention is I had a little cafe ore. It was fine. It was cute. It came with like a little couple of biscuits. I got bonus biscuits.
Yeah, you did get bonus biscuits. Didn't share any of those bonus biscuits.
I think it's time to pedal though. Are you ready to go?
Yep.
Do you have enough fuel for the fire?
I think so. I got enough garlic for days.
Oh boy, there's my beautiful bride of 10 years with her sexy dragon breath.
Yeah, there's not really a waterfront type thing. It goes a whole bunch of different roads.
Huh.
There might be like the slow one here, but I don't really know.
The situation is that the Biwa course, which is the course that runs along the lake for bike riding, and we had mentioned in the past, it's just markers in the ground that you can follow. It's really easy. There are actually two of them, and sometimes they're conjoined and sometimes they're not. There's the fast course for people who are like on like really good road bikes that are burning rubber and maybe doing the whole thing in a day or whatever. And then there is the slow course for schlubs like us on decent but regular bikes who cannot
just want to stop whenever the goddamn they want to stop.
Yeah. It's not a race for us. Some people are coming here and doing it like it's a thing,
I'm beating you all the time.
My bike is in front. What are you talking about? I'm winning right now. So
over there is bad.
We have kind of been bouncing back and forth between the two depending on different circumstances. But we're now just kind of riding through a town and it's sort of not very picturesque. And I noticed that the ground says fast course. So now we're like, okay, where's the slow course? And that's not a thing we can figure out. So we are thinking the slow course might be over by the water where it might be a little more picturesque, but we're not really 100% certain. What are you doing?
I've got brochures.
Oh, she's got brochure. That might help. Do they have enough detail to show us like to this degree of coursage? When I was
going to find out. We haven't really used them until right now.
When I was first looking up this trek, I was like, how long is the course? And it was really hard to figure it out because there isn't just one course, basically. And people don't really talk about both of them. So it's just like, it's about 200 kilometers, depending on how you cut it. And there are some places that we've completely cut off because of the landslides and stuff on the first day. We didn't see landslides, just that the roads are closed from landslides. And then you can cut off a southern part of it if you need to or whatever. So it's kind of complicated. Did you figure our thing out?
Yeah, so the pink one shows the family course. It's no longer fast course, slow course on this brochure. And the purple one shows the fast course.
And we look like we might be way over off the purple one.
Yeah, it looks like we're on the purple one. So we could probably head that way and find
a more leisurely, but I think longer road. That's my impersonation, because it looks like it curves more and stuff. This is more of a straight shot on the main roads. And riding with traffic isn't the greatest thing in the world either.
Actually, we might be on the slow one.
No, the road says fast.
Oh, you're right.
For sure.
Yeah, and sometimes they do combine. We might be in this. Yeah, we're in that. We are on the fast one. There's a slow one. The slow one's actually over there.
Oh, weird.
Somewhere over there.
Okay.
So let's just stay on this one until we get to where they merge, and then try to stay.
I want to be like near the water, I guess, is what it comes down to. That's like the nice area.
I want to be wherever there aren't bumps, and that usually tends to be in the street with the cars. I will take the frightening route so that my butt doesn't hurt. I think one of my favorite things about this ride, there's a multitude of things that could be favorites, but I'm really enjoying the mountains. They're kind of reminding me of the dinosaurs that went down into the water on Kauai. Oh. Not in every shape, but we have seen ones that get kind of close to the water, or at least look like they're going for a drink. And I don't know, like I find myself looking more at the mountains than I'm looking at the lake. Really? Yeah.
I'm just enchanted by the lake and the sakura. I cannot believe how many sakura there are. There's thousands of them. It's really wonderful. The timing we've hit is just amazing. So we've switched bikes temporarily, and this thing is way, way too small for me. And I don't think she can touch the ground, so I'm not sure how she's gonna get down. This is no good, dude. And your seat is angled like it's crushing my nerds. This is terrible. Give me my bike back, bro. Let's see you get off this thing. Can you do it? Oh, it's not bad. Oh, look how high the seat is.
Yeah, I really felt like I was up there, touching the sky. Thinking about falling from that high, it's only like a few more inches above the world from my seat, still feels terrifying.
I definitely should not be riding something this small. Like,
put your foot up on the high pedal.
Like this?
Yeah, that's like...
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually ridden a bike that was even close to the right size for me, like as an adult, but this is amazing. I really am enjoying riding that bike. It makes bicycling not terrible. Like in my head, I was always like, it kind of sucks, but it's not that bad if you have the right equipment. That's the wrong equipment. After a couple of days of cruising through the actual countryside, we have definitely come down into the part of the lake where there is a city. And we are headed, the further south we go, the more into Kyoto we get. And Kyoto is a pretty substantial buildup of stuff. It's a city for sure. So we are on the outskirts of that now, not that ridiculously far from it. And you can see, I mean, there's a Domino's like behind me, like that's a Domino's. And then this is like a Starbucks-y style something. I've never seen this. What is it called? Greenberries coffee? I've never heard of that before, but it looks like a drive-through Starbucks.
Oh yeah, that's like, Starbucks format to a T.
We're not in the countryside anymore, not even close.
Yeah.
So we are going to be doing the southern part of the loop. There's a place where you can cross a giant bridge that's kind of towards the southern part, and a lot of people will do that, and it cuts off probably 30 or 40 kilometers or something, which goes around the southern basin of the lake. And we are going to do the entire thing because we have enough time to do it, and we've calculated it out. It looks good, and also that's where the pizza tonight is. So we're going to be doing the entire thing, and I think, is it possible that it's only fast course around the southern part? Or
no, and it looks like they almost say it's only slow course.
Oh, interesting.
They overlay the pink over the purple.
It gets a little bit hard. We talked about this a minute ago, of course, but it gets a little hard to follow where the fast course and the slow course diverge.
Yeah, when we merged into where both of them were riding together, I made sure to look at all the different things, and now it's just saying fast, fast, fast.
And I don't know where slow went.
I have seen ones that say fast, slow, fast, slow.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm surprised that's not happening here. And looking on the map, it does look like we're in a part where they are merged. and we'll need to be on the lookout for where slow leaves.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, we are for certain in a city. But basically, was what I was getting to, and we are going to do the entire guacamole. We are going to do the whole guacamole. Is that the right word?
It's called a lake.
We're going to do the whole thing. We're doing the southern basin too. We're not cheating.
Actually, we are fucking up hardcore.
Are we?
Yeah, we're completely missing the bridge. We somehow got sucked
But we don't
out.
want to go across the bridge.
We don't want to go across the bridge, but I want to go look at it.
Oh, I figured it's possible.
Yeah, and in this area, fast people don't go anywhere near the bridge, and slow people move over.
Let's move over and see if we can get a view of the bridge.
So we're like right here.
Okay.
So we should head down that way and go check out the bridge.
Let's see the bridge. Here's a little logistics thing that we haven't had any problems with at all. There have been plenty of bathrooms. Had to hit a bathroom. I mean, we're kind of in an urban area, so there's little parks, but they're kind of little parks even in the countryside. And then there have been convenience stores that we've been able to use and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'll show you the little bathroom in here. It's nothing important, but it's just a little place to go inside of a park. Very standard stuff for a Japanese bathroom. And unfortunately, if you got to do that one, you got to do that one. But luckily that wasn't my situation.
We are on a floating temple right now. It is gorgeous. It's out over the water. It is ancient looking, and we had to cross like a little bridge and go under a limbo type tree that was going over the bridge. It's just very picturesque and was never really even mentioned, and honestly, I didn't even catch a glimpse of it until we were looking at that brochure this morning. So it's really lucky that we happened to just decide maybe we should look at this brochure. Behind me you can see the bridge that we were talking about earlier. We got closer to it, but it really didn't look interesting, and it kind of still doesn't look interesting. It's a bridge. It's real functional. Instead of taking that bridge, we're going to go that way. We're going over there. Pizza is over there. Hotel is over there. You really need to get on the bike and hoof it. Got about at least 18 to 20 more kilometers, depending on whether the slow route has extra girth. Those are nice.
We're stopped here at a 7-Eleven for a few minutes. Katie, I don't know why she went in. Maybe she needed to use the bathroom or something. I don't know. But we're stopped here. And as we parked next to the 7-Eleven, I saw the little 7-Eleven delivery mobile. This is a little electric car they have that they use to do deliveries of 7-Eleven goods. So you can buy things on the internet and they will bring them to you. And the campaign that they've talked about in the past that has been the reason behind this is like the aging population, et cetera, et cetera. It lets older people be able to order things and they can bring them to them. It's a nice little service, but I'm just specifically interested in the little vehicle. It looks really cool. I love how small it is. I love the little mesh doors on the side. It's just cute, and it's a little electric car. This has got me thinking. I keep seeing these little vehicles, and there's a lot of quirky vehicles in Japan. And I was talking to Katie. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if we took like Doug Demure? Is that how you say it? Doug Demure. I can't remember how he pronounces the last name exactly, but you know, the car guy that's like the quirks and features dude. We took his format and we did something like that in Japan, where we found weird little cars like this and then reviewed them and then drove them around and showed like off all the little quirks and features. I think that might be kind of a cool idea, but I don't know if it's a good idea to steal somebody else's jib, you know what I mean? Traveling outside of Tokyo, our main goal is to eat at restaurants we don't have access to inside of the city because, I mean, you're traveling, eat things you can't normally eat. And there's fire happening. And we have come across a little chain restaurant as we've been biking down the road. And it is a chain restaurant that I had never seen before. It's called Shingen Tondong or Butadong, however you want to say that part of the word. I guess it's from the area, I don't know. It's not something I'm familiar with, but they have got different types of donburis. And as we say all the time, donburi is rice with stuff on top, and that's what we've got. We've got a couple of bowls of rice with stuff on top. Mine is a miso yuzu donburi. So it's going to be pork that has been cooked, and then I have got a couple of sauces on the side that look like they might be the miso and yuzu. Yuzu is like a Japanese citrus, sort of like a lemon kind of in that area. But before I get into the sauces, I thought I would just give this a shot just as it is. It's amazing. Kind of like a we have a Chinese foodie taste vibe. That's very standard stuff. It looks like it's also been served with some shoga, so some ginger. So let me get into what we got going on here. Got a little, I'm guessing this is a miso base, and then there's a yuzu base there. Let's see if I can taste this. Yeah, it's a miso, but it's mixed with something. It's really rich flavored. I'm just gonna go in, why not? And then I will throw the other one in. Looks like a little bit less, probably a quarter of that amount. And this I'm assuming is yuzu, just based on the color. Yeah. Whoa. It's really sour, like super, super sour citrus flavor. And I'm just gonna do the thing. I like when they let you put the sauces on. They've measured them out for you. I think you already know how much to use, but you get to do the pouring. The pouring is fun. And that is hella delicious. It's really, really good. The sourness is like right on the top of the flavor. Which is incredibly good. It's a set with a salad and a soup and some pickled stuffs. And the set was, I don't know, 970 yen, I think. It's under $10. So yeah, I'm super over the moon. And I was talking to Katie yesterday about how when you're out doing tons of exercise, sometimes food that maybe wouldn't be like amazing becomes super amazing for some reason. Like you're burning all these calories, you're exercising, getting those brain endorphins, and anything you eat is incredible. So I'm wondering if this is actually incredible. I think it is, but maybe it's just because of the bike endorphins, I don't know. Are you bleeding?
Yeah. Have any Band-Aids?
Nope.
We are making good time for the day, so we decided, why don't we go and see something that actually was promoted by someone who has been to the area before and said they liked going up into the mountains to look at the lake. So we're heading over to a cable car, but on the way there was a high-speed collision. And by high speed, I mean I was just standing still and the bike got off kilter and I fell over, and it's not bad. I know it's not bad. But the gear sliced my leg a little bit and I had grease all over me, but I cleaned it up. Yeah.
It's really the first injury though, aside from your ass, which is
This could all change.
inflamed.
We shouldn't be talking about this. I'm just inviting bad stuff.
So this is the most Japanese thing I've seen in the last few minutes. Looks amazing. Sakura Fubuki is when the sakura petals are falling. And it's a thing that's happening right now. And it's magical. This is a hell of a hill.
We're not riding to the top of the mountain, faux show, because we rode to the top of where you get on the cable car. Holy crap. Wasn't super intense, but it was enough for me to go, I will ride the cable car. 3,200 yen later, We're definitely gonna ride the cable car. It's a little more expensive than we expected. We thought it was gonna be $1,000 per person. It was $1,600 plus per person, which is fine because I'm gonna sit down for a little bit and let this little amazing cable car do all the work.
Walking on these cable cars is pretty weird because they're slanted at a weird angle, and like you're on a track at a different angle and you're walking up, but you feel like you're walking down at the same time. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like you aren't making any elevation progress.
And this feels like similar to all the other cable cars I've been in Japan. This one does feel a little bit bigger, and apparently this is the longest cable car route in the country.
It says it takes 11 minutes.
And we asked how long it takes to walk back and down, and she told us 1.5 to 2 hours. So it's going a fairly significant distance. Oh, she's overestimating for sure.
No, I kind of wonder if she was talking about going up.
No. I specifically said down.
I wonder if she heard it. I'm curious about that.
I don't know. Well, I'll take the cable car down and you can walk and we'll find out.
ご乗車時間は11分でございます。これより車内にて観光案内の放送いたします。
We've done our 11 minutes in our cable car, and we are about 2 kilometers away from where we began. So it's a pretty far ride, and you go, you just, go up a hill basically like this. I like cable cars. There's something cool about it. It feels a little bit dangerous, you know what I mean? Like this is one cable like yanking you up. I know there's like things built into the system, so if the cable broke, it would just click back a little bit. I know that, but it's still, if you don't think about those things, it makes it a bit like a roller coaster on the up part of the roller coaster. So yeah, we've got up here, and it's neat. We can see the lake, and that's really cool normally, but it's especially cool because of what we've been doing. We've been using our human power legs to go around it, and you can't even see the entire lake in which we've ridden around because of the haze and the distance and stuff. But you can see like the big bridge that we saw earlier today, and it looks a long way away from where we're standing, but I mean, we basically pedaled all but the 2 kilometers to this point to get there. So like it just helps you quantify actual distance, having actually pedaled it rather than having ridden in a car or something like that. It's pretty, it's a lake, and I feel accomplished even though I'm not done. Hopefully we'll be done and we'll be safe, and it'll be what, 2 days? We have 2 more days, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 2 more days. So 2 more days of pedaling, and then we will have conquered the whole thing. How you feeling about this hike?
Not too good.
Would you rather be doing it on a bike?
No. So since lunch, we have come up from basically down in this area, somewhere down here, that connects all the way up to here. It was about a 2 kilometer ride, and then we hit up the cable car. The cable car, doing his other 2 kilometer ride, went up through the tunnel. Is this map not awesome? Went up, bam. Landed here, and the train comes every half an hour. So we've already kind of chilled up here for about 30 to 40 minutes. We have walked around this kind of alcove of trees. Like this is just a drop off right here. And we've walked around that, and we're chilling at the map, which is Koko right here. They didn't mark it, but it's right here. This temple complex comes very highly recommended, but considering that we have 10 more kilometers to do today, we're just gonna glimpse some bright orange things in the green out and just enjoy the walk.
Also, it's 1,000 yen to get in there, and we don't have enough time to
enjoy
justify 1,000 yen.
Yeah. Mask on. I was able to expose this really well.
Oh yeah?
Is it going well for you?
No, it's really washed out. But
yeah.
Were you joking about
it? Yeah.
Well? Okay, hold on.
Deadpan.
I can. You can't see your mouth. It's hard to read.
All of it's in my mouth.
Yeah, I'm starting to pull in the background of the lake, but you, my darling, are now very, very dark.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's hard to. Let's see if I can get you properly. There, you're probably properly exposed right about there, but again. Nothing over there. Yep. Thus is the world of photography. Mm-hmm. You want to walk?
Yep.
Okay.
So I just wanted to kind of discuss that I came from Kyoto hanging out with friends. I had a suitcase full of stuff for a weekend of like friend activities, like non-sweaty eating parfaits with your friends. That was the stuff that I had. I sent all that off with a friend after really thinking to myself, what do I need for this adventure?
Because a suitcase is the opposite of what you need.
Yes, trying to put that suitcase on my bike would look real stupid. So before leaving Tokyo, I had kind of put all of my sports gear, not that I'm real sporty or whatever, I'd put all my sports gear and a backpack to the side at Eric's smart request. Basically what that consists of is I have a bunch of like airy sports shirts that are short sleeved, and I brought all of them that I own. So we have 5 of them right now. And then I've got kind of like a long sleeve shirt that goes underneath, which you've already seen this. I was wearing it earlier today when I had my jacket off. And then I've just brought my jacket, and I've got a crap ton of like sports bras, like just keeping the bangers in check. And let's see, was there anything else? Sunscreen to the max. And
you just want to talk about what you brought.
yeah, and I have like these exercise pants, and underneath I'm actually wearing like spandex. This is for an extra cushion. That doesn't really do anything, and just a bit more so that if there's any like kind of chafing, maybe it happens to the spandex instead, and like mega underwear. And
the rest of the story is that Katie sent her suitcase back to Tokyo with a friend who she was hanging out with, so he took it on the train and took it back, so we didn't have to deal with any of that, which was amazing.
He said he took a shit in it.
And then I brought her stuff up that she would need for the biking adventure.
Yeah.
So that all worked
So I
out pretty
basically just
smooth.
transitioned with 2 people carrying my luggage.
We didn't.
What royalty am I?
We didn't really even like come up with the idea to come and do this trip until the day, basically the night
that I was
before
leaving.
she left, or the day that the day that you left.
That I was leaving.
Yeah, the day she was leaving. So.
And in all honesty, you hadn't pulled the trigger until I was already in Kyoto for a full day.
Oh yeah.
And that's when I was like,
that's
okay,
how we roll, man.
Yeah.
So we just had to like figure out what are we gonna do with our bag. You know what I mean? There's coin lockers in Japan, but usually you can't put a bag in a coin locker for 5 days.
Yes.
Like they'll eventually be like, what is this still here for? And they'll throw it away, or who knows what happens. I don't know.
Yeah. But, so I kind of feel like when I was in Kyoto, I kind of just threw everything back in my bag, and I was like, whatever is with Eric is what I'm gonna survive on. And shockingly, I feel like I am surviving.
Yeah, I think everything is going pretty well as far as I hear.
I don't feel like I've needed anything, nor that Band-Aids. Band-Aids was the one thing that I sent off with.
We've been fortunate with the weather too. It hasn't been rainy. If it was rainy, I don't know what would happen. We aren't really prepared for that.
I had my raincoat in the other.
The only thing notable for me, you can take this, is this is a rare occurrence. You don't normally see this, but I'm wearing shorts where you can see my knees. I don't really like this. I feel exposed. I don't like having my knees out. Usually I wear shorts that are like down to there, even if it makes me look like a bum. So this is a bit rare, but these have been going nice. Like, it's all right. I say I don't like wearing these, but these are my running shorts. So I do wear them, but just not like out. You know what I mean? Running and going out and running, and then like going out and doing stuff are 2 different things in my mind. So I feel a little bit naked. I feel like I'm hanging a ball or something. But other than that, I'm just wearing my normal clothes.
What about what's around your neck?
This is when I go around, if I want to cover my mouth, I'm around people or whatever. That's the thing that I use, because wearing a normal mask is nightmare-esque. So this is okay. And it's actually been pretty nice because when I'm on the bike, it's wearing around my neck and it's keeping the sun off of my neck.
Because you've been getting a little cooked.
Oh yeah, my feet are really red, and the back of my back of my leg is getting burnt and stuff. I don't care about my legs burning. I mean, I don't want it to happen, but I definitely don't want my head burning. That sucks. So that's how I've dressed.
The goal for the evening is actually in sight. Just off in the distance, the tallest building that you can see right next to a bridge is our hotel. I'm going to point at it now.
Well, I don't know if I can line it up, and you can't really see. You remember we were talking about the exposure thing?
Be able to fix your eyeballs. I don't know.
Again, maybe I can see it. I don't know. It's somewhere over there.
Yeah, so it's a really tall building, and it's 15 minutes walk from a pizza shop, and it's over there, 10 kilometers away, and we're gonna make our way there and enjoy some tasty beverage. Did he just one-up me?
He one-upped everybody.
Everyone.
We're now going back down the hill, and it's way easier than up the hill. It's time for fika. We've come back to the area when we rode up the hill, and it was all these incredibly beautiful sakura trees with these stone statues, and the petals were falling. It's like snowing the petals. It's beautiful. And it's fika time. We've got ice cream, and you went in there and found a, I'm assuming this is a sakura.
Soft cream.
A soft cream. And this is
sakura and matcha.
What does sakura taste like? They always have all these, we've made a video about this in the past. It's like, how do you quantify that flavor?
And they're a bit
It tastes like
runny because
cherry.
They're a bit runny because yeah, cherry. For the cherry blossom. Tastes kind of like soda. Cherry soda. They're a bit runny because Eric was trying to capture pictures of petals falling.
It's hard.
And I'm just standing there with the ice cream.
I'm trying to like, the wind blows and it blows on the other side of the street, and then you cross the street and then it blows on the other side of the street, and you just like, I'm trying to get this big like storm of petals falling down.
You gotta camp out.
I remember one time when we were in Ueno Park, you and I were there, and it was during
We were
Hanami.
drinking martinis.
We were drinking martinis, and it was in the middle of the daytime, and there was a big gust of wind underneath them all. And in Ueno Park during that time, it's crowded. You can't find a place to sit. It's like people are everywhere. Thousands of people were there, and a huge gust, and all of these petals came down. Everybody there gasped at it, and it's like a moment frozen in my mind.
Mine too. That's kind of what I live for when it comes to Hanami.
That moment.
Yeah, where everybody just goes, and you're all together in it.
It's cool.
I decided to go all out and spend 8,000 yen on a hotel room.
For our anniversary.
Our 10-year anniversary. That's that's a lot of money. It's not really, I know it's not a lot of money, but I found a coupon for luxury, a nice hotel, a big hotel, obviously when we were looking from the mountain, the biggest hotel on the horizon. And when you find that coupon, you gotta rock it. Weird thing that we're already noticing, there's some sort of like safety sticker on the door.
Hold on a second, let me get a look at this guy. Yes, there is.
Cleaned and disinfected for your security.
I wonder if that's normal or if it's corona stuff.
Green. And we're in. Holy crap.
Can you take the camera? I gotta get our stuff before the lady comes.
Yeah, the lady took all of our stuff and put it on a cart, and it was really confusing, and we've decided that luxury comes with like a massive amount of confusion. And not only on our part, but like of the staff. The staff doesn't seem lubricated enough to like be making the efforts that they're making. Like one person runs away with this ticket that's supposed to get our luggage while the other one's holding the cart with our luggage on it, and the one that's holding our cart with the luggage on it is staring at us like, where's your ticket? And I'm like, she walked in the other direction with the ticket. Okay, that's enough of me ranting about that. Okay, shoes off.
I don't know if we can do a full long-winded tour right now, because we have to get to the pizza place soon.
We do have to take a shower, but at the very least.
Wow, for a Japanese, this is the biggest Japanese hotel room I've ever been in.
I told them it's our 10-year anniversary. They gave us twins.
Did you
they were
really?
Like, no genitals.
Wait,
Yes, Yes, I did. I told them that it was our, because I figure, you know, it's not every day that you have a 10-year anniversary. So
Nobody said anything to us or anything.
if anybody was going to do anything, it might be the hotel. But as we can tell, this hotel is not lubricated enough to facilitate a 10-year anniversary.
You gotta bring your own lube on your 10-year anniversary.
But somebody who also knows that it's our 10-year anniversary is the pizza people. Let's see what they do. I was hoping to have a little more dead on that way, but I guess it really doesn't matter.
It's gonna be dark by the time we come back. What does it matter?
My breakfast in the morning, my bagels.
All right, we got our Sunday best on for our anniversary dinner.
Hold on.
Oh wait, what do you got? You got something special?
Oh yeah. All the bells, baby. All the bells.
You got the Taco Bells?
Yep, all the Taco Bells. And I actually already wore this shirt once. So.
I already wore this shirt once too, peddling.
The priority is not looking fashionable. The priority is making sure you focus on having a good time and doing the things you love for your anniversary, and that you have a functional wardrobe for what the fuck you're doing.
I put my knees away.
Success.
Can you show us the bathroom facilities? We missed that when we came in.
Oh, I gotta stand up.
Yeah, you gotta stand up.
Dude.
You do look pretty
You have
chillax.
no idea how
Well,
much...
you want that pizza, you gotta stand up anyways.
I know, I gotta stand up for the pizza.
Yeah, Domino's don't deliver, baby.
It does deliver.
This is a really long walk for a Japanese hotel. Like, this is a voyage.
Toilet.
Oh, it's got a little sink in there too, like a sink, not like one
I
of those.
didn't even notice it.
Like, it's got a sink, you gotta push a button. Oh wow, it's not like the flush sink. You know what I'm talking about with the flush sink? Did you flush this toilet?
I did, but I didn't pay attention.
Did you push? The button you have to push is banana. Look at that thing.
Oh,
Look at this guy.
that to me is really gross. That to me is public toilet.
You're kind of right.
Very
I
much.
thought of it as luxury. I thought of it as
That does
luxury.
nothing.
No, it doesn't. That guy's coming out and killing somebody.
It quickly flushed. And then the shower is immaculately clean. Like, I put my feet on it and I could feel how clean it was. And I really enjoyed that. But the shower pressure in this shower is half of what it was.
Yeah, agreed. At the other two.
1/4 of what it was at the other place.
Yeah.
Or at other places we've been on this trip.
And I mean, there's not a whole lot. It's a pretty big tub. Like, I would fit in that tub, which is surprising. And then just your normal, like, Japanese shower stuff's over here. That's all I used. But, yeah.
It was functional. It didn't blow me out of the building, that's for sure.
And then...
Which is what we're looking for, I think.
What is this thing called? Is there a word for this?
You might call it like a vanity.
Oh,
But
yes.
normally those would have chairs in front of them. This I would just call the sink. I would call that the sink. Unless it has somewhere for me to really relax and like get my looking at myself on.
And I tried to do some looking at myself, but this is so dark you can hardly see anything. Like, I was trying to check to see if I had any like hairs growing out of the moles or whatever, you know?
The bell.
All right, so it's time to roll, yeah? Oh, what's behind this mystery door? What is this?
Oh, it's just a pole. It literally is just a pole. And I think you might be able to turn on some sort of air con.
To dry a towel or something?
I don't
maybe?
know. I'm going to put my towel there. But it kind of feels like if nothing's going down there, it might not actually be getting dry.
Yeah.
So I was kind of worried about that. And I don't know how to turn that apparatus on.
There was an aircon button, like, over here. Maybe it's some sort of that system. No, that just looks like temperatures
up, down,
and stuff.
off, on.
Yeah. Hey, film me for a second. Something else that's I should have surprised everybody with this, but there's a bed button that turns on this beam in the back. That's actually pretty cool. I gotta give the luxury a point there. And then come over here. I'm not really sure exactly what's going on, but look down here. See this guy? That hole? Boop.
Oh, I'll leave it on at nighttime.
Boop. Oh yeah. Oh, it's kind of cute.
A mouse might come out.
Yeah, he might not be able to sleep. Okay, let's go get some food. Boop.
I feel that it's actually important to show all the levels of luxury, which right now the levels of luxury are random lights everywhere. Lambo over here, shooting out a rainbow. Over here, Christmas tree. Bitches, it is April. I don't know what they're doing, but they're committing to it, so I certainly can't like snub my nose at that. We're gonna go inside. The rest of the hotel is pretty much the same inside.
We've had some wine, by the way.
Yeah. Should I explain more about that? You said we're gonna do it upstairs. So
Yeah, we'll talk about dinner upstairs. It's all good.
Okay, we're gonna talk about dinner upstairs. You gotta put your mask on because you're gonna encounter staff that might try to do more for you than you want them to do. Hands are clean. Man, she blasted through the temperature check. Ah, 36.5. What are you? What win?
You win?
36.5. I don't
Hotter
really
is
even.
better?
I don't know.
you
I
got
just do
COVID,
whatever
man.
numbers me is better. This is the hotel we're staying in. There's some sort of fountain over here. They did have this rainbow lit up for a while. That was kind of nice. There's an escalator here to nowhere. We haven't been over this far, so we are venturing into this together. They have shops over in that area. And they were open earlier. And I assume like you get a crepe here or something like that. Some sort of ice cream situation. This looks like ice cream and beverages.
Feels like a cruise ship, kind of, to be honest with you.
It very much feels like a cruise ship. Let's ride the elevator. Elevator goes really fast. You have to go past the fountain again, though. You want to avoid anyone who works here. And also anyone who's staying here. Just avoid them
The
as well.
convenience closed.
Oh man, we were gonna use that convenience for nothing because we went to the super and we got all our needs met.
You gotta keep being entertaining, Katie.
I can be entertaining. Look how fast this elevator goes.
We're going to the 16th floor.
16th floor, closing them doors.
Are you doing the social distancing?
I'm here.
Oh, I need to go over here. And then no, you turn.
You gotta face the wall. Hands up. Some sort of like illegal shit going on. I have to pee really bad, and we're already here. Shit is fast.
Yeah, that's 16 floors. We're
That's amazing.
cooking the bacon, man. We're faster than you pedal, that's for sure.
But we're in room 19, and that's way down the hallway. Oh, it's toilet paper. I thought it was a sakura.
So I apologize for not bringing everybody along for the food review, but to be honest with you, it was our anniversary, so we
It
just
was
kind
our
of let it chill.
anniversary, and there was also a small child there that I fucking like adamantly ignored. After engaging the child, I realized I'm trying to have an adult moment. So
well, she was, the little girl was great, but
she was.
But it was just like, you know what I mean? Like she was just kind of poking her head around the corner and stuff, and eventually I think her mom told her like you need to give them a little bit of room.
Or she got bored.
Or she got bored because we didn't like engage her. But we played with her for a little bit, and then it was just like we have a bottle of wine and we want to have our anniversary dinner together.
I'm about to either have a really stupid time with you or with him. You choose.
So the pizza place was, I mean, it was good. It was
fantastic.
I think, so here's the deal about like Japanese, people give Japanese pizza a bad rap. And the thing is if you go to Domino's or something and get like a pizza with a bunch of shrimp and like weird stuff in the crust and stuff. Yeah, it's weird and it's overpriced.
Granted that has value, but it's overpriced and not very good.
But you can definitely find good pizza in Japan if you go to like Italian style pizzerias or whatever.
If you look for a brick oven, you will be happy.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Yeah, and that's how I picked where we were going to go tonight.
It's not cheap because these pizzas were 1,600 yen or something a piece. So, like, and they're not very big. That's the deal. You got to keep that in mind.
This dinner almost cost as much as our room. That's a bottle of wine, 2 pizzas, and a salad.
Yep, yeah, it was 7,600 yen for dinner. But the bottle of wine was nearly 4,000 yen. And so the people that ran the place, they were like, the husband had lived in New Zealand. They're a pretty young couple. But the husband had lived in New Zealand for 6 years. And everything was kind of themed around that. They had New Zealand wines, and they had the name of the place was like a New Zealand name or whatever.
It was the name of a city, Taupo.
Yeah, and we chatted with them a bunch, and they were just like wonderful people.
Very chill.
And they gave us this shochu that, there we go. Did it do it? Stupid thing. Okay, there we go. No. It's so sticky. It like really wants your face. You gotta put your face behind the bottle with me.
I've decided that you need to
do B-roll.
B-roll, yeah.
Yeah, I think this time we'll get away with it.
I decided by myself that you needed to do that.
It's possible holding it too close. Like it can't focus or something. Wait, no. Look at that. It's beautiful. Look at all that toning. I'm lost. Oh, maybe we should just cover it. Anyways. So anyways, she gave us this stuff, and she gave us this because it was our anniversary.
Yeah, I had sent a Facebook message earlier today. I said, basically, it's our 10-year anniversary. Can we get a reservation for 7 p.m. tonight on 4/1? And they wrote back like, oh, congratulations. Yes, we can totally give you a reservation. We arrived at 7. We're the only people in the whole place. And we didn't reserve the entire restaurant. Like, other people ended up coming in later, but it's just kind of nice. It's kind of nice to make that connection. They were really excited that we were there, and I was excited to get to peruse whatever they were making because they made a special kind of pizza.
Age, yeah, it's an age pizza. It's like a fried pizza.
So they fold it in half and then they lightly deep fry it. And we don't know how lightly deep frying happens, but I thought it was really cool. What was that?
That was my phone hitting a big piece of metal.
Yeah, that's safe.
It's all good. Phones are indestructible now.
I don't even know where my phone is.
It might be at the pizza place.
That's true, but that only means more friendship.
So we got the age pizza, and then we got the quattro. Can you say it?
Quattro formaggi.
Yeah, that one. And the pizzas were great, and it was fine. We had a good 10-year anniversary meal. And now we're going to jump into this. And it says it's 2% juice and 8% booze.
And it comes from Shiga Prefecture. It is made from Shiga Ashberry. So we're currently in Shiga Prefecture. Yeah, and she gave us this as we actually have 2 of these, but I think we'll stick with 1 for now. Because we already had a bottle of wine between the 2 of us. And I am a lightweight. Like, I am pretty drunk. Had at least 3 glasses, and I think you had 1.5.
He told us to put this in ice, but we don't have ice, so we're gonna just have to
Seems frosty enough, bitch.
It's pretty good, man. It just tastes like berries. It doesn't taste like alcohol. It just tastes like delicious berry juice.
Yeah, shit's 10% though.
No, it's 8%. It's 2%. 2% juice.
Which equals 10%. That's 10%. Oh no.
So anyways, the rest of our evening, the anniversary video that you will have probably seen by now if you follow all of our videos, I'm putting that online in a few minutes. So that's going to be my evening, and then I think I'm going to fall asleep because it is bicycle days, and bicycle days are early nights of sleep.
And we still have to figure out what time we're getting up and leaving tomorrow.
We're waking up about 7, so I think we can just stick with that.
Man,
it's too early.
It's like 8:30 now. How am I going to get up that early?
If you get up any earlier, you contend with it just being really cold outside in the morning.
Yeah.
And we don't really have coats. So.
The first thing I say to you almost every morning is it's really cold.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing not max layers, but I'm wearing more layers than one would need in what I want. Which is just, I want to wear a jacket all the time. I like jackets.
Yeah. I
don't even think you agree with that. Why are you saying yeah?
I like a hoodie.
You like a hoodie?
I like a hoodie. Yep. I like it to cover me from the sun. All right. Let's do it. Let's push the record button to stop the recording.
Oh, I was like, are we now going to record?
Yeah, it's just been off. All right. See y'all later.
You can clearly see the gears. Oh, shit. Eric, I'm very busy right now.
I just finished.
You are in the middle of this book.
I just finished another video edit, and we need to do the end card thing where you remember all the things that we need to promote. You got it?
Yeah.
I like just dropping in here and just throwing it at you.
Yeah, you got it. You got the Facebooks and the Twitters and the Instagrams, and you got to ring the bell, and then there's probably some other bell, like a new bell now, and some sort of notifications things, and subscribe, and probably just watch more videos, and then the Twitch and Twitter.
Twitch is the thing I'm pushing hard now. If you're a Twitch person, come hang out with me on Twitch, because it's fun to hang out with people who want to play video games, and sometimes I go outside and we Twitch outside.
Oh, Soto de.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's a thing that's happening. So if you're a Twitch person, yeah, come hang out. And then, of course, the way that we make all our videos is through Patreon, and if you want to check that out, that'd be great. There's perks, and you get videos early and names in the end card and postcards and all sorts of fun stuff. So, yeah, Patreon's
Oh crap, I
linked
gotta
below.
do postcards.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what, do you need to do them? No, oh, you just gotta finish them. We printed them and everything, but they gotta be made. Oh, okay. Yeah,
I gotta write the note. They've been addressed. Everyone's name's on a postcard, but it says nothing right now.
So anyway, there'll be more from Biwa coming soon, and then other stuff as well. We went camping. This will be a video about that. Kind of camping.
Kind of camping.
Kind of camping. We went kind of camping, so look forward to that. See y'all later.